Hi y'all, my name is Tracy. This is the 3-Wick Thesis candle channel, and today I have for you a lit review episode of the new Boardwalk Cone collection at Goose Creek. Now, Goose Creek has had their Boardwalk Cone candle. It's just their standard Boardwalk Cone fragrance for a while. You can also get it in this label right here. I have never tried it, mostly because I had sniffed the berry waffle cone fragrance from Bath & Body Works and was like, ugh, I don't think this is my thing. So these are all new to me. There's this one, which is returning, but there's also 3 new Boardwalk Cone fragrances that are new to everybody. So I'm going to do cold impression, go off, burn these, give you some burn footage, talk about how they develop on warm, and bring up any issues I see with strength or throw. These are out of the box. However, I have not sniffed any of them, so you're going to get my first impression as it is. This was shipped with like 4 other collections, so I had to, sort them out and get it figured out. I'm excited to dive into these. These aren't normally my thing, but I'm going to see what I think. I'm going to go ahead and just start with the original, the OG Boardwalk Cone. This has scent notes of ripe berries, baked waffle cone, vanilla bean, and brown sugar. Yeah, it smells quite a bit like berry waffle cone from Bath & Body Works. I think this one's better. Something about the cone note, at least on cold, in the Bath & Body Works one is a little bit off to me. It's almost too cloying. The bakery note is not quite right. This actually smells legitimately like a cone. Although sometimes Goose Creek cone notes go real weird on warm. I'm thinking of that Honolulu ice cream candle. I don't know. We'll see how it evolves, but I get they're calling it brown sugar. It almost smells like a warm spice to me. It's probably just the way the molasses is playing in that brown sugar, but I do get an essence of a waffle cone. The berry vanilla is very subtle. To me, this is mostly a cone note with a hint of berry and vanilla. White wax on this, thin, stiff, ropey wicks. The label is a wraparound. It's got this kind of like nice striping here at the top. The bottom is got different pictures on it. In this case, it's berries. It looks like maybe blackberries with the purple. Beautiful ice cream cone on the front, white lid. Now the new fragrances, there's 3 of them, and I assume it's like that cone note, but with different fruits. So one of them that I'm excited to give a try to is the lemon. So same concept, you've got the yellow striping and then you have the yellow bottom here with little pictures of lemons on it. Just screams summer ice cream to me. Same white lid, same wax, same wicks. And this one is candied lemon, vanilla bean, and baked waffle cone, so it doesn't have a brown sugar note in it. Oh, this is good. Yeah, delicious. This almost smells like a lemon drop candy. It does say candied lemon. Or like a dried lemon chew, like a gummy that's got a little bit of sugar on it, and you get like the sugary essence plus the fruitiness from the lemon. I actually don't get much of a cone note in this at all. It just smells like a very delicious, almost bakery gourmandy lemon, but also very bright and very fresh. I'm really curious about how this is going to smell warm. The hubs is going to love it, I have no doubt. The next 2, we'll see. It's apple and peach, y'all. I just don't know how I'll feel. Here's the apple one. I love that this collection is cohesive. So you've got the kind of apple or pinkish colored stripes with the apples down here at the bottom with kind of like a pinkish red hue. This almost looks peachy to me in color with a apple colored ice cream, little apple slices, same lid, same wax, same wicks. And the scent notes on this are gooey spiced apples, vanilla bean, and baked waffle cone. Yeah, I don't like this. That apple is really weird. Huh. To be clear, first sniff, not thinking about the scent notes at all, I get Windex. I don't know why. There's like an ammonia element to this. Yeah, this just smells like Windex to me. I'm like, is there something wrong with it? I don't think there is. I'm gonna let it air out for a second. Maybe the apple is too concentrated. I don't think it's an actual ammonia candle, but there's something about the way the vanilla and the apple and this extreme tartness of the apple, it's like burning my nose, and it smells like when I'm like spraying my windows with Windex and you kind of like inhale it. It smells like that. Yeah, and now it's almost unscented. I can smell it in the lid though. It still smells like ammonia to me. I'm not selling it. I don't like apple. I just want to be clear. It's not usually a scent that I gravitate towards. I hope this evolves, because right now it just feels like they went way too far on whatever the like citric acid fruit note, fake artificial apple fragrances that they're using. They went too far with that. And the way it's blending with the extractiness of the vanilla just doesn't marry well. And I don't get spiced apples at all. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like the way it smells. I hope that evolves. That's just not pleasant to my nose. And then peach is the last new one. So you've got little peach slices. You've got the kind of orange colored striping with peaches at the bottom of the border. Same lid, same wax, same wicks. And this one is fuzzy peach, vanilla bean, and baked waffle cone. This one I like. Yeah, I'm not always a fan of peachy, but this smells like... This almost smells like if you took Goose Creek's peach ring, turn down the volume, and add a cone note to it. So it's definitely like a sweet candied peach note with a little bit of like a bakery toasted cone buttery note in the background. Pretty well balanced in terms of cone note and fruit. So unlike the lemon where I barely get any of the cone at all, and unlike the regular Boardwalk where I barely get any of the fruit, I feel like in this one I'm getting both the peach and the cone. And I don't know what's going on with that apple one, but this is nice. I actually am excited to give this a try despite the fact that I'm not usually a peach fan. All right, let's rank these. No big surprise. Whew, this is going to be number 4. I'm scared to burn this one, y'all. Number 3, I think, shockingly, I'm going to give to the OG. I just want more of that berry note in there. Number 2 on cold, I would give to the peach, which surprises even me. And I should surprise no one that my number 1 is going to be the lemon. I really like lemon citrus candles, and this one is just delicious. All right, I'm going to go fire these up, take some notes, take some footage, and I'll be right back after the cut to share with you my warm impression and information about the strength and throw. Okay, y'all, I am back after having spent some quality time with these 4 candles. Just a quick note, in case you're new here, I test all my candles in what I call my laboratory. It's actually this garage space down here below me with this door. It is converted, single car, no windows, the door has been sealed off, so there's very little air circulation in that room. That's just something to keep in mind as I share with you information about strength and throw, because things will evolve given things like the humidity in the air, whether or not you have the windows open, whether or not you have an air conditioner or a fan running. Just something to hold in your mind as I share with you my findings. You're going to be a little bit surprised by the order that I go in terms of ranking, because there were some surprises in this batch for sure. Number 4, maybe not as big of a surprise for you, although I will say still very pleasant, is Peach Boardwalk. I gotta say, I like all 4 of these, actually, and I'm really happy to have all 4. I thought originally that I would feel like this line was very redundant, and it does feel a little bit redundant to me, but each one of these is unique enough, and I love that they brought out 3 new like flanker scents to go with the OG, the original. I like this line, so I'm glad I have all 4. If you like the OG Boardwalk Cone, I think you'd like the other 3 as well, so just something to keep in mind. The peach one, this one actually reminds me a little bit of Goose Creek's, I think it's the peach wafer candle that came out. I want to say that was out in like February or March of this year. It has that same baked good note that for this is saying it's the sugar cone, baked waffle cone, but you also could tell me it was a wafer cookie and I would believe you. The peach is so subtle and soft. It does not read high-pitched. It doesn't read urine-y. When I sniff all of these candles, but this one and the apple in particular, I feel like I am smelling like an a la mode ice cream cone. Like somebody took warm baked peach and put it on the vanilla ice cream that's in a waffle cone. It is delicious. It is sweet and kind of ooey gooey. The peach feels very broken down. It doesn't feel too fresh or too bright or too high on the register. Just very nice and warm. I will say that the cone note on this feels a little bit too strong. I actually ironically found myself wanting more peach out of this one. And I don't think this one is that strong. I would say this is a low to medium in terms of strength. Had some throw issues with it feeling a little bit elusive. I kind of had to search for the scent in the room. And even when I found it, it didn't feel very strong to me. So very pleasant, very soft, very enjoyable, but definitely on the lighter side in terms of strength and throw. So that's why that one ranked 4. It's a beautiful fragrance. I just wanted more from it. In third place, I am giving it to the lemon scented Boardwalk Cone. This one also had light to medium throw. For a citrus candle, I was surprised by how much this lacked strength. I think citrus candles usually kind of knock me off my socks and feel super strong, but this one was not that strong. It is, however, much more well balanced, I think, than the peaches. This one you get what feels like an equal balance of that cone note with the lemon note, and it feels cohesive. It feels like everything that's on the scent note list is in here. It also had good throw, however, also elusive. So you had to kind of find it. It was across the room. In this case, it had crept into like the stairwell to the downstairs. So something about these candles, it's able to throw the fragrance, but not necessarily able to keep it near the candle where it's really strong. The lemon in this does become more sugared than I think I wanted. It feels very much like a lemon ice cream versus like a lemon sorbet. I was kind of craving a little bit more brightness out of the lemon. However, it's phenomenal. I just felt like ultimately it felt a little boring to me. This, of course, was the Hubs' favorite. Hands down, no question. He would have ranked this one number 1, although he did really like the OG too, so it may have had some competition. Number 2, which is the shocker of the group, because when I smell this on cold, yeah, it smells like Windex. I don't even understand this. It smells like ammonia on cold. I do not get it. And this is another classic case. This happened with the strawberry shortcake candle. I feel like there was one other one that I got where I was like, no, this is bad. And then I lit it and I'm like, oh, it's actually really nice. If I had gotten this in the shipment and just smelled it on cold, this would have been a go back, or it would have been a wasted $10 or $11. Having burned it, it totally changes. I do not understand how something that smells like ammonia on cold can be as beautiful as this candle is on warm. So let that be a lesson to y'all. Give it a try. You never know. Things change. This is such a gorgeous candle. You get the cone note again. It's nice and sweet. It feels more like a sugar cone to me than a waffle cone, but that's fine. The cone note in this, by the way, kind of reminds me of the Bath & Body Works cone. What is it? Sugar Cone Crunch? I get the same vibe from that. So this is not the same cone note that's in like Honolulu ice cream. This one's actually very pleasant. Anyhow, the apple in this, like the peach, reads like this broken down apple, like you baked apples with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar, and it's all ooey gooey melted, and you put it over some ice cream. That's what I get from this. It comes to life. It's beautiful. It's warm. It's very comforting to me. There's something about it that just makes me feel like home. I did eat a lot of apple pie growing up as a kid. And in my notes, I put, wow, what? Question mark. Like, I could not believe how much this changed on warm. That cone note in this one is very toasty. It's buttery. It's pastry-like. The cone note with the apple almost makes me think of like an apple crisp, but you don't get the spice notes. So I think my brain is reading that it's like warm spice, but I think that you're just getting the crisp notes without the spice elements. And medium strength on this one, better than the others, and it had really good throw, so it was literally across the room. So of the 4, I feel like this one had the best strength and throw, and that is the apple really glad that I gave this one a try. And then number one, probably well-deserved because it is the OG. It's just the classic Boardwalk Cone for me. I will say, however, that I still don't get much of the berry note in here. For me, this is the one that is closest to the sugar cone crunch from Bath & Body Works. I just get a really strong sugar cone note in this. You could convince me that there's some sort of like fruity ice cream element to it, but really it's cone most of the scent that I'm getting. This one was really, really slow to burn and pool out. It took like 3 hours to get a full wax pool, and the flame was really low, so I'm a little bit worried going forward about what that means for burn quality on this. I will update you when I finish these up. However, that won't be until September. I'm going to do an ice cream rotation in my August rotation month, and so I won't know insights into this until September. By then, these might be sold out, so look for other reviewers online to give you more insight. Or maybe I'll just rip through this one early and do a review. We'll see. But low and slow burn. It was definitely very strong wherever you had it. So it was strong next to it. It was also strong wherever it was thrown. I do feel like this one was a little bit different than the others, that you could smell it when you were next to it. But then there were like pockets in the room where I couldn't smell it. And then it was across the room. So a little bit elusive, but at least you could smell it sitting next to it. Mostly cone. Hubs loved it. Yeah, that's the note. I think this one was his second favorite after the lemon. So we both really enjoyed this one. Again, I had never tried the Boardwalk Cone. I was turned off by it because I did not like berry waffle cone from Bath & Body Works. And then I also didn't like the cone note in the Honolulu ice cream. I'm glad I gave it a try because I ended up really liking all 4 of these. I'm so happy to have these to burn next month. They're just delicious. So I recommend all 4 of them to you. And if you don't want to buy all 4, I would say pick up whichever one feels most appealing to you in terms of those fruit notes, keeping in mind that the OG I don't get much berry from. It really is just a cone candle in my opinion. Let me know if you have any questions about these. Put those in the comments below. And also, if you have burned any of these, I would really appreciate you sharing your insight. That lets my viewers know that other people have similar or different experiences. Even if you contradict what I've said, I value that here on my channel. I think diverse voices and experiences are very important. Mine is just my own, and while I'm glad y'all appreciate it, sometimes I either am wrong or someone else has a completely different experience that is just as valuable in my opinion. So share those below as well. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you appreciated this video, and if you feel like I saved you a few dollars by doing this review and you want to pass that along to support my channel, super thanks are always appreciated, but never required. And a shout out to Zachary for giving me a super thanks on one of my previous videos. I really appreciate that. And last but not least, before you leave, make sure, if you aren't already, that you hit that subscribe button. That allows you to see my content as it's released in your YouTube feed, and it helps to grow my channel, which will support me in the long run. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.